Alright, welcome back to the next part of my guide and playthrough to Majora's Mask. In the last part, we got up here to the mountain village, learned a bit about what's going on around here, and that's about it, actually. In this part, we're going to be continuing on and seeing just what else is happening here. Let's see what the sign has to say. This way to Snowhead. We cannot go there yet. Don't bother going along the path to Snowhead. And also, I forgot to mention, we still have our guest commentator around for this part, so that's good.
I've been still useful so far.
Eh. Always nice to have someone around to talk to, you know? Beware of White Wolf foes, Goron Village ahead. Alright, so the Goron Village is where you want to go next. Don't bother going along the path to Snowhead, it just is inaccessible for the time being. There's still Tektites popping up everywhere, so be sure to be in human form. Don't use the Deku here, because the Deku cannot fight those things very well. It can only damage them with the bubbles. And here's one of those White Wolf foes that were just mentioned on the sign. One attack to their back will kill them instantly. So really, they're nothing to worry about. And up here, we have everyone's favorite man-child fairy guy. So let's just shoot him down and buy the map for this area. Yep, still talking about how we're a fairy. Yep, don't... He always says Link's a fairy. This guy appears in a lot of games, but I believe this was his first one. So we're just gonna buy the map of Snowhead. Actually, he has the map of Romani Ranch right now. Actually, we don't need the map for Romani Ranch yet. We'll be going there later. Don't worry about it. I believe it was changed from Romani Ranch to Milk Road in the 3DS version. You know if that's true, Evan?
Sorry, if what is true?
If the Romani Ranch map was changed to Milk Road map in the 3DS version. Because I'm not sure. I guess it's not really important. Basically,
I think it was changed.
Yeah, basically it's not too important. Alright, so here we are at the Goron Village. This is a very big village. Let's just talk to this guy. It's cold. We want to enter the Goron Shrine. He's going to open the door with a Goron Pound, and he's going to close it right away. Alright, so let's head inside the Goron Shrine and see just what's going on. I'm going to talk to him again now. You don't really have to do this, I just want to kind of go in here and show off a little bit of what's going on. And here we have the most obnoxious sound in the whole game. Oh god, I really don't like this. I can feel it pounding in the back of my head. Looks like the Gorons don't really appreciate it very much either. This is why I don't like this area very much. Okay, so the Elder isn't here and his son won't stop crying. Okay. So he's just crying because his daddy's not here. Guess that's fair enough. And these Gorons don't really say anything. So, we're going to want to remember pretty much everything here because this is a pretty important area. So, the Gorons here are basically freezing and starving to death because something's causing a never-ending winter, pretty much. Once again, another instance of pretty dark themes for a Zelda game. Remember, you can just blow through those boulders with bombs with a blast mask. Let's talk to this Deku over here. And he's not selling anything to us because we're not a Goron. That's real nice. What the? Oh, never mind. Alright, so up here we have the infamous owl of this game. He was also in Ocarina of Time. But he's not here nearly as much in this one. In fact, this is the last time we're ever going to see him. Remember how common this guy was in Ocarina of Time? He was like everywhere. Alright, so he's saying that something's causing an eternal blizzard, freezing this whole place and making it so that no living thing can survive. Do not be daunted by appearances. Let your feelings guide you. Alright. Follow behind him. First time... Okay, here is one thing I want to point out. You can see a little shadow on the ground here, like something might be floating above it that we can't see. Keep that in mind. Okay, it's time that I mention something really, really important in this game. In the GameCube version of this game, when you go into the next area, I've had it crash a lot. Like, just about every time I've had it crash. So, that is not a very good thing. So hopefully that will not happen. So, once again, just he's leaving feathers on invisible platforms for you if you didn't notice, so just hop across them, not too hard. They are slippery though, so be careful. And the feathers will disappear after a while. He's been assured of our courage and determination. Something that will aid us in our quest is inside. And that's the last time we're ever going to see the owl. He's already gone. Alright, so let's head inside, shall we? Alright, so, right in the middle here, got a chest. Let's open it up and get something. Here we have the Lens of Truth. Seeing the truth drains magic power. It allows us to see the truth. Basically, what this does is it reveals invisible objects. That's about it. Very useful item for this part of the game, at least. It's not really used too much after Snowhead. I don't remember. Does this thing do the same thing in Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, it was literally just copy and pasted text.
Alright.
Doesn't it still say Long Mom Ranch?
Does it save Longmont? Yeah, the Lens of Truth.
Because it was just copying from the Long Mom Ranch gate in Ocarina of Time.
Wait, what? Oh, right, the Longmont Ranch gate. We'll get into that later, but that's not really what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Wrong game, sorry.
Don't worry, I'll be sure to get into the famous Longmont Ranch gate. So as you can see, there's a lot of invisible chests in this area. You're just going to want to put on Lens of Truth and open them. That Skulltula over there was also invisible at first. Alright, well, we got a pretty important item, learned a little more about what's going on here at Snowhead in this part, so I think we're going to end this one for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it helpful.